Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the Five Reasons Sports post-game show. The Miami Heat defeated the Washington Wizards, or whatever was left of them, 128-124. I have my man Michael with me, Michael Christian.
What up?
But yeah, so Mike, this is a very strange game. Just give me what your overall thoughts for the game was, and then I'll go a little bit.
This team needs something, man. Like there's just something that doesn't feel the same from last year, and there's something that this team needs. And I mean, granted, tonight was interesting because you had Bam in foul trouble for the first time in, I think, a really long time. I can't remember the last time that I saw Bam sit this much in a game, but you look at this game, I think to me, a big takeaway is Hero had a really good all-around game. He's been definitely improving his all-around game all season, and it's still there, right? Like, he's still got a decent shot. He's adding more things to it, but hey, to all the people saying I wouldn't trade him for Harden, I would. I think he's great, but I'd give him up. It doesn't change my opinion on how much Harden would help this team, but we still need something, right? The rebounding still never seems great. The defense never seems great. I mean, this was a basically G League team. Why did they look so good?
That's what one of the comments alluded to. Random scrub heat killer. We played a whole fucking team of random scrubs. They were missing Harden, Bill, and then Thomas Bryant got hurt. Those are arguably the three best players, and we beat them by 4 points. Yep. Like, we shot historically, like, for our franchise, we shot a franchise best score, the most amount of points that we could in the first quarter, and we're only up 4? and that's what I'm saying. Like, this one thing, General, or who the hell is the Matthews guy?
None of us know.
Yeah, but first of all, I want to circle back to your Tyler Hero thing because what did he score? 31 tonight, but. I want to reiterate though. He was playing a bunch of G Leaguers, like you just said.
Yeah,
like this to me was, I'll take the win because I'll take them all. But this to me was a very depressing win in terms of how we played. Like we were the team, like, without their best players, we were supposed to be the team dictating how the game was supposed to go, and it felt like they dictated the pace. They dictated the flow of the game, and we just fell into the trap of turning this into a track meet, and that is not sustainable. If we had to play it this way against anybody else, then we would have lost. So
what was it 1 year ago? Was it the same team that played the Wizards a year ago and lost? Didn't we lose when they were missing all their guys still? Right? Like, they didn't have Beal and Hachimura again last year when we played them, and we got torched. Bunch of random guys shooting 30 and 40-point games. Like, what are we doing?
Somebody called me a certified hero hater. I'm not a certified hero hater. I can admit that the man played well tonight, but I think we need to be realistic about the opponent. Like, that's just the reality. Tyler Hero's games have been inconsistent all year. So yeah, he has a big breakout scoring game, but my man Taco joins the conversation. Taco, what's happening, man? How you feeling?
My taco's down. I'm good, man. It was a weird ending. I was getting ready to set up, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah. So somebody said, stop blaming Hero, blame Bam. So let's, Taco, I'm going to throw it to you since you jumped in here. Let's talk about Bam's game. It was really crazy.
Can we spell blame?
Blame?
Yeah. Can anyone here spell blame properly?
Listen, bro. We had talks about my spelling earlier. Like,
it wasn't. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about on the screen is BLAIM. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but Taco, man, I want you to talk something about Bam's game. He had the foul trouble, but weirdly, he had a season high in rebounds. So what did you see?
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, so what did you see from Bam tonight?
I don't know. No, look, in the first half, he got in foul trouble and there was nothing going on. And then the third quarter happened and everything turned around. And like you said, I walked back in the other room and they said season high in rebounds. And I don't know. It was a confusing night. I just think I was more focused on the Beal thing, and then that didn't happen. Hero, like, I don't know what you guys talked about already, but it was a good night for him to do that. And Bam, look, he he didn't play in the first half. What can you say?
Yeah.
Look at the competition.
So we want to welcome Jonathan Ramlakan into the show. Appreciate you for joining us, John. So we all, like Taco just said, like Bam didn't play in the first half, but overall as a team, like we shot really well. But in my estimation, we played a terrible first half. Could you talk to them about what you saw in the first half?
Yeah, it was just a lot of we had a lot of first half turnovers. I think we ended up with 16 still, which is still a little high for my liking. We weren't defending really well, and I think there was a point in the first quarter or the second quarter, I'm not sure, where the free throw discrepancy was like 15-2 or 15-3. So they were getting to the line a lot at the first half too. So I think limiting that in the second half really allowed us to build that lead until the fourth quarter, where we were just giving up 3 after 3. But the first half, I just think the biggest problem was defense. We were doing great offensively. We were doing really nice things, sharing the ball. Jimmy was doing taking a lot of the load, which I didn't want him to do because of the game tomorrow. But everybody else, you know what I mean, back to back. But everybody else, it was a good offensive first half, a terrible defensive first half.
So we want to shout out to Biscayne Bay, one of the sponsors of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. I guess they're sponsoring this show. Nobody told me, but Manny put up the graphic, so I'm just gonna go with the flow of things.
Nobody told me.
Yeah, nobody told me, bro. They don't
It's
tell
right
me
up
shit,
there,
bro.
dude. Tropical Bay.
What the fuck was
I got
that?
scared for a second. That was
Yo, first of all, if y'all gonna be doing new shit, it would be nice to warn people before.
yeah. Give us the heads up next time, please.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, at the end of the day,
yeah, you can flash that graphic up there. But yeah, that shit was random as fuck, and it made me lose my train of thought. Michael, I don't know if you're a wrestling guy, but I want to know how many Stone Cold Stunners did Udonis Haslam deliver at halftime to get this team to turn their act around?
Okay, so I can answer this even though I don't know anything about wrestling because your question's a numbers thing. But I'm gonna go. How many other people are on the roster now? Because didn't they extend it? Right? What?
Like 17, 15, 17?
Then 17. He gave one to himself too.
Let me answer that for you because I'm a pro wrestling fan.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I should have threw this to Ramlakan.
Yeah,
yeah. He definitely brought the truck back there with the Biscayne Bay Brewing truck. You know, he had 2 of the Biscayne Bay Brewers in his hands. He slammed them together. He drank both of them, and then he started handing out stunners to each and every one of the players on this team. Everybody was getting stunners. He was handing them out like Oprah. He was just out there having fun.
Yes, indeed. I do believe all of them deserve.
Hey, wait.
Huh?
You want to know a fun stat? There's only 2 players on the Heat tonight that had a minus plus minus.
Yeah, I noticed.
It was Andre Iguodala and Tyler Hero.
Avery Bradley too.
Oh, did he? I didn't see Bradley.
So okay,
so
I see somebody. Alex Dixon said Myers was hard to watch. I think that was a byproduct of Bam's foul trouble. So we went a little deeper into the rotation today than we normally did. Mm-hmm. But noticeably absent were Kendrick Nunn and Mo Harkless. But we did get to see Myers, and we got to see KZ. You put your name up there, Friedman? Okay. Taco Friedman. Look at it. Man, getting professional on us. Yeah, man. Taco Friedman, man. Like, so what did you see from the guys who kind of got some extra minutes tonight? Mainly KZ and Myers.
I mean, look, they're at the end of the bench for a reason, right? And even KZ, like, from what I saw, you know, we're waiting for that breakout. And I know situationally, like, tonight was just weird in general. You know, you expected it to go one way and everything got all thrown off because of the score. But I can't really take anything I saw tonight seriously, honestly. Like, the backups were starting for the Wizards. So the backups were the third string players were going against, you know, like, you can't really get a good feel for what's going on. And there's other stuff too. I look a lot at psychology, right, when it comes to sports. So between the fact that all the stuff that's been going on, they're in DC, they anticipated Beal being there. You found out Westbrook's not playing. Like, there's a lot going on right now. And then the COVID stuff too. So, you know, maybe that first half, like, their brain, you know, like, that's where I was thinking, like, they're not there mentally. And then that second half, it all kicked in, but it fell apart there at the end there, I guess.
Well, and
yes,
this
I
team
think
has always
Go
played
ahead, Mike.
down. Like
What'd you
this
say,
team
Mike?
always plays down to their competition.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Like maybe they're just trying to take a night off before a back-to-back. I agree with you. I think all that stuff that you mentioned, Taco, does have a lot to do with it, right? Like the COVID stuff is definitely probably in their heads, everything that was going on in Washington. But we always played down to our competition. I mean, we saw it in the OKC game earlier in the year, right? Like we played down the whole first half, and then we came up later. Like they're not playing consistently right now against whoever the opponent is. It's weird. It's really weird.
So talking about the ebb and flow of the game, like it was extremely weird. Like we were playing well offensively, but the game was really close in the first half. And then, everybody was complaining about how we were playing defensively. The second half starts, we're playing well defensively. The game starts to trend towards a blowout like everyone originally anticipated. It's like, okay, everything's going to be well. And then like Taco said, the shit falls apart at the end. And I mean, yeah, it's like, bro, we need Harden and all that. And while I am in the camp for trade Harden, at the end, I don't want to say that shit, but
when it's all said and done, try that one.
Yeah, I like that. When it's all said and done, the people that we have here should have enough pride to where you can win a game like this easily. Am I tripping, Rumlicon? Like, is that too much to ask of the players that we have on this roster?
No, not at all. We have a team that just went to the finals, and we're playing against a team that's 2-8 at this point. Don't have Russell Westbrook, and don't have Bradley Beal. I mean, come on. Like, how do we let Garrison Matthews, who averages 2.3 points, have like what 20 points today? Last year when we played against the Wizards and they didn't have Bradley Beal, he went off for 28 and he averaged like 1 point a game last year. So it's like I don't know how we're allowing these scrubs to come and always deliver against us. Like random scrub heat killer isn't just
heat killer.
It's not just a
myth. Thing. Yeah.
It's a legit.
That shit is real, bro.
It's a legit thing.
And you know who's having an up and down season so far? And I think a lot of it has to do with Jimmy. But Duncan has not been consistent at all this season. Like, we can be honest about that. He just hasn't.
But think about, so you talked about Harden, like whether it's Harden or Beal, whatever, not to get into that part of the conversation. But I look at it, and if they can somehow hold on to Duncan, because I'm looking at what you're seeing, the inconsistency, and I see him do something, and I'm like, damn, one of those guys is going to unlock something in Duncan if he's still here, just by their presence, just by them getting a double team. It's going to unlock Duncan even more so. But right now, like you said, it looks like they're constipated a little bit, even though they scored a lot of points. It's just it's not flowing. I think that's what it is. What we saw in that bubble run until the injuries, it looked like everything was flowing and they were all on the same page. And right now, with the different lineups and everything, I mean, how can it be? I think it's unfair to expect that.
Well, and how many Wizards player could we name coming into tonight that we're actually going to play? I think I'm looking down the list. I think I could name 4.
Wizards
on this roster. Yeah, 4 Wizards players that actually played tonight is how many I could name.
Yeah, one of the ones that I could have named, he got hurt tonight. But
right?
You guys were talking about Duncan Robinson, but I think some of Duncan rubbed off on Goran tonight. Like, if we want to take something positive from tonight overall, Goran, Duncan Robinson, Dragic was out there lighting their ass up from the 3-point line. So, Mike, I want to toss this to you. Talk about Goran's game tonight.
I mean, Goran did exactly what we needed, right? I mean, we only won the game by 4. We needed a spark off the bench, right? Like, he normally comes in and runs the game from a point guard standpoint where he's looking to facilitate. And he did look for that, right? But at a certain point, he kind of stepped in and was like, I'm just going to shoot him. I'm just going to throw him up from 3 and force him to go in because nobody else is making anything, right? So Goran is our best offensive player off the bench. I think he's probably our best offensive player in the whole game. We're on roll right now because he loves Goran, I guess.
No, it's saying, what do I mean if we want to take something positive? We won. That's a positive. Is it, though? Like, how we won.
Hold on. A win is a win, right? Like, okay, because you got to think about it like this. I will say this. You've got on the other side, right? Like, this is just an example. The NFL. People lost to the Jets, right? And you can't tell me the Jets are any good. These guys are in the NBA for a reason. Do they belong there? I don't think so. Will they be here for a long time? No, but it can happen. And it looked like some guys just didn't check in, right? So
That was a perfect meme that Manny put up, bro. Like, it's like, yeah, at some point you look at, yeah, we won, but how we win matters. And against a team like this, like, the how we won is what is bothering me so much. This game was a struggle for us. We had a fully healthy team. We got Jimmy being Jimmy, which is one of the problems Ethan said that we would have. As long as Jimmy's Jimmy, then we're fine. Look at that shit. Jimmy was great tonight. And we beat the Wizards by fucking 4 points. like Roman.
Well, so then when did you feel worse? After Pritchard's capital saving shot at the end of the last game, that freaking guy, or tonight?
I mean, that happened the same day, I'm pretty sure, as all the riots in Washington.
Yeah,
so that felt really bad that day.
No, but like, which one? Just looking at the Heat games, which one felt worse? That 2-point loss on a tip to the Celtics, or tonight?
Okay, yeah. So obviously the Celtics felt worse because Paul Pierce played for the Celtics and he compares himself to Luka Doncic and shit. Like, but and Pritchard. What pissed me off was the commentary during that game was all about Pritchard's ass, and he had 4 points up until that little tip in. So yeah, that one hurt worse. And yeah, I'll take the win. But what I'm saying is that we cannot ignore the factors in this win. We cannot ignore the way that this team is playing continuously. Sure. Like, we're a 500 team, and people are just acting like we're going back to the postseason. Are all of you guys frozen, or am I frozen?
Nah, you froze for a second, but you're back.
You're good, I think.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure it out. But Ramukan, man, give me your perspective. Which way should we be leaning? Should we be leaning we're okay or we're in trouble?
No, I mean, don't go too far either way. You know what I mean? First of all, a win is a win, 100%. But we also have to criticize or take away and learn from wins too. Because if we only take away from losses, then we're gonna have to wait till we lose till we make improvements. So we want to take away from this game. We gave up 44 points in the first quarter against a team without Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. Like, we can't allow ourselves to do that. Even though we won that game, that's a horrible part of this game. We gave up 38 points in the fourth quarter. We blew like a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter to make it a one-possession game or a two-possession game against guys that, against not Bradley Beal, essentially, right? So this is something where we still, even though we won, we need to be critical of this team. This team didn't do and perform like as well as we should. This isn't a team that played a game like that won today that would win a finals game. You know what I mean? So we have to criticize this team as how we're holding them to expectancy at the end of the season.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of comments are coming in. I'm overreacting, or I'm hating on Hero after he scored 31 points or whatever. Taco, where do you fall in this category? Are we okay, and I should just wait and be patient, or like, is something fucking wrong?
I mean, you're a fucking hater, first of all. Nah, man. Look, the thing is this, right? So fans want to be all funny, and this kind of gets me with the Dolphins and the Heat, where it's like you have to be either a all-out fan and only love your team and not say anything negative, or you hate the team. It's one or the other. The reality is, Bam, like I said, he didn't play the first half. So how can you judge that first half? Defensively, that was ridiculous, but they still scored a shit ton of points. So it was like, that was confusing, right? That first half. I think this game is a wash in general. The matchups, the guys out, it's a wash. You don't look at this and, like you said, the ups and downs, you kind of stay even keel here. But I don't know. We keep going back to the idea that if they have one of those other guys on this roster, even in this type of game, this isn't a close game.
And I'm trying to stay away from that conversation because
but that's what it is. People don't want to hear the negativity of it.
I will say that in this game, I'll say this, right? Let's just say we had made the trade we made, right? And we got in Harden. Today, at least, I don't think it changes the score too much just because of this. Hero scored 31, right? Like, this game was all, 4 guys that had good scoring games, and then everyone else was basically trash.
Are you
so
serious?
This was just a collective effort.
Harden being guarded by Raul Neto, and you're telling me that 31 is the best that
he has to make up. Okay, so then he has to make up. No, so then he has to make up for Hero's 31, Robinson's 7. Who else would go away in that trade? Kelly scored 18. He has to score. What am I looking at? I can't do math right now. 56 points. So he has to score 56 points to get the same exact result.
I mean, if that's how you want to look at it. But the reality is this. What I'm getting at is the idea that however many points Hero scored, the threat is not the same. So maybe Bam doesn't get into foul trouble because we have Harden. You know, like everything is different. We're talking crazy hypotheticals.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to get into the Harden part of it. Let's look at Beal. Had it been Beal, because I don't want to be, Harden. That's not what it is. It's just the idea that Jimmy is there. We know what Jimmy can do. We know what Bam can do, but they aren't those guys when it comes to being worried. You don't have to double team those guys every time down the floor necessarily.
My boy Christian Red said, "You're hating on Hero. You used the wrong "your," Christian."
Yo, Christian's having a rough night. BLAIM for blame, dude.
Oh, is him too there? Yo,
like, I want to
correct.
Yeah, I want to circle back around to the game because I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on players that are not here. Michael, I think it was you that mentioned Kelly's game, and I don't want to let the night go by without mentioning how well Kelly played. Like, I mean, it's just, hey, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 5on-the-floor5. But yeah, I want to talk about
always cutting off Royal for some sort of advertisement.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna have to learn how to do it one way or the other, man.
Be like Michael Buffer.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he's got like Tourette's or something.
Oh, the t-shirts. Don't worry, I got on one right now. I got on the UD t-shirt. So you go buy your t-shirts at 5reasonsports.com. Read some more Brady Hawks articles and all that other shit that they're gonna tell you to do. Listen to Ethan do all this plugging shit. I'm not gonna make
ad.
Oh yeah, I got to talk about Seltzer Mayor and who the fuck else sponsors us? Oh yeah, balls, Manscaped, shave your balls.
Balls.
The end. Let's talk about KO. Mike, you brought up KO. Let's talk about his game. Him starting has worked really well so far. Talk about his fit, talk about his game, just talk about KO in general and what he's provided from a position that we desperately needed help in.
I mean, it's helped offensively. I wouldn't say it's helped at all on the other end of the floor. Right. So that's a pretty big spark there. But hey, he's hitting them a little bit more now. He was 4 for 11 on threes tonight. So that's fine. I guess I just look, it's so up and down with KO. I do expect him to have some bad games again pretty soon. It's a contract year as well. I saw Greg mention that on Twitter. I didn't even know it was a contract year for him. Look, let KO look great and then trade him the moment somebody calls for him. I'm not a big fan of his game. It's just all offense and nothing on the other end. So let somebody else talk because I'll admit it. I'm a KO hater right before people put it in the comments. So
he hates Canada.
So somebody said,
"Hey, whoa! They gave me Schitt's Creek. I like Schitt's Creek."
You heard that. You would have heard it first. He hates Canada except Schitt's Creek.
Wait, somebody said my head shaped like a testicle. Put me next to Taco Manny so we could be two testicles next to each other. There we go.
Biracial testicles.
Right.
Yo, well, like the interracial testicles.
I'm not gonna take my hat off because I don't have a haircut, and people are just gonna turn this into a goddamn debauchery about my hairline.
That's why you gotta shave it like I did, bro.
Oh, yeah. And okay, wait, Ricky's right here, right? KO is a better fit for the team than Leonard, but that doesn't make them good fits for the team.
No, but my point that I was about to make about the KO thing is at least he's giving us something from that spot. like what other option is there at this point to go, Mike? Like he's the best option that we have.
Precious.
But you don't get the offense.
We don't have the 3-point shooting, right? He doesn't stretch the floor too much, but we haven't seen Precious and Bam play together yet. Maybe it would force Bam to start taking the mid-range jumper more. I just want to see it. And tonight against a bunch of G Leaguers, why not throw it out there? Unless you're really saving it because you have some secret lineup.
Maybe they would have, but Bam wasn't on the floor, so.
Yeah.
But I think part of the reason why Precious hasn't been thrown into the starting lineup is because of something. I hate bringing up Ethan so much on this, but sometimes he just makes really good points. It's how Spo values bench lineups, and I'm going to throw this to Ramlakan. Spo wants to keep that primary four intact off the bench: Goran, Precious, Avery Bradley, and Andre Iguodala. So, do you think that's the reason why we're not getting to a Bam KZ lineup, John?
Bam KZ or Bam Precious?
Bam Precious. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think so. And I mean, we also have to remember that Precious is a rookie and he's still pretty raw. You know what I mean? So I think it would make more sense to have somebody who can come off and stretch the floor like we did last year with Myers Leonard, who came in. He was taking some shots at the beginning of the year and then he started to, slow down shooting and not shoot as much. But Kelly gives you a lot more diversity. He'll do his Kelly keeper. He's able to make good passes. He had 5 assists tonight, you know what I mean? Which is tied for second on the team. So that's also important. He's also a really good player. And this is also a front court that kind of was in the process for like 3 years. When Bam came in and it was his rookie year and Bam and KO would play together, they would play really well together. And that was when Bam would really start to show out. So I think KO really, it's not just that the forward they want to keep on the bench. KO's earned this spot at this point. You know what I mean? If he continues to be consistent with what he's doing, stretching the floor, 4 of 11, he's shooting them. That's what you want. You just want him to stretch the floor. 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 18 points. You can't ask more, even if he's not giving you much defensively. And I think that he's a good fit for the starting lineup.
All right. So I do want to keep the show relatively short tonight. I know the playoffs is going on, and I am a football fan, so I want to, get to that. We take on the Suns tomorrow night at 7. No Jason Tatum for what's the thing called? COVID what now?
Health and safety.
74.
Health and
safety stuff.
Yeah, so the health and safety stuff, contact tracing. That's what it is. But yeah, so no Jason Tatum tonight.
The Celtics. Why'd you say the Suns?
He meant Celtics.
Yeah, I said the Suns.
Yeah, bro. How much Biscayne Bay you had?
Wait, are you Christopher Red?
Show, bro.
Bro, listen, bro. Y'all better be glad I'm not pissy drunk, slurring, and sleep on this shit. Like I'm almost done with my cup now. But whoever the fuck we play tomorrow, no Jason Tatum. What are you guys' predictions for tomorrow? We're gonna go around. We'll start with Taco.
Who's playing? Like who's not playing? Jason Tatum's not playing. That's it.
Yeah, Jason.
No Kemba.
No Kemba.
Kemba's out. Kemba's out still. Right. But Jason Tatum's the only one affected. I mean, again, if we're healthy and we got everyone there, we should be able to beat them. Like this should be a no-brainer, especially after tonight. Like they got to come out strong in the beginning. Like, that's a Spo team to come out strong, even if the third quarter doesn't, go away this time. Like I'd rather that be the first quarter where they blew out in the third quarter. Come out in the first quarter like that.
Suggesting pressures over KO completely ruined your basketball credibility.
I forgot Christopher Jenkins sits up in the press box for every game and he knows his shit. My bad.
Mike, what are you looking for to the most from tomorrow?
Precious starting over KO. That's my number one thing. No, but for real.
Oh my fucking Lord. Listen, guys. I was group line Alf. Alf is at Miami Heat beat. I'm no longer group line Alf. I'm Royal. The end. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael.
No, you're good. I mean, I agree with Ricky here. Jalen's going to have a bigger role. Like, he's going to keep taking the shots. He took a bunch of shots last time we played. They just didn't go in as much, right? Wasn't he like 8 for 20 something in that game?
It's going to be a Marcus Smart game, right?
Probably. That dude's up and down. He can find a way to hit like 4 or 5 threes on us, even though he hit nothing last game. Give me a better performance than tonight.
Okay.
Right? Play some defense. Play some defense that doesn't look inept and like it's completely lost. And even if Bam isn't on the floor, you can't tell me that Bam being off the floor, that's it. Your entire defense is scrapped. Like that's garbage. And if Pritchard goes for 30, I'm not watching this Heat team for a month straight. I'm just not watching games. If Pritchard scores 30, I'm done with the team.
Somebody said Royal is still Alf's son. Don't get mad, bro. I'm not mad. Alf is my guy. I love that man. But no,
like
right. That's my guy. He's my sports talk daddy. But Ram Lakan, are you expecting Pritchard to go for 30? I guess not. But do you expect better perimeter defense from us tomorrow? Because that was a big issue for us tonight.
Yeah, I do expect better perimeter defense from us tomorrow. I think with everything that happens tonight, coach is not going to want us to allow us to have 2 quarters where they allowed 38 points and 44 points in the first and fourth quarters. You know what I mean? Like you said, UD's gonna hand out stunners in the back in the back to everybody, so they learn how to play defense. You know, and tomorrow, Jaylen Brown's questionable, Javonte Green's questionable, Romeo Langford's out, Tatum's probably out, Tristan Thompson's probably out, Kemba's out, Grant Williams out, Robert Williams out.
It's taco time.
It's taco time. We're gonna see Taco drop about. He's gonna drop a Wilt Chamberlain stat line of like 50 points and like 40 rebounds because we can't get a rebound for the life of us. So Taco's just gonna be out there looking like how Royal looks like when he's playing with 3-year-old kids on the basketball hoop trying to relive the glory days. You know what I mean?
Dominant.
So,
Royal, I don't think you have a
Posting
3-year-old. Whose 3-year-old kids are you playing basketball with, man?
Listen, bro. Listen, them kids at my son's daycare, they don't want none of this. They can't guard me, bro.
bodied up.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta go strong to the paint, Mike. You wouldn't know nothing about that. It's all about the feet work.
Body him
I'm
up.
watching a slow-mo of you dunking on some kids, man.
What you
That's
say?
all I'm seeing now.
I want
You
to
gotta
go
put the
Fisher
Kyle
Price
Lowry on.
hoops.
Absolutely, bro. Yes, indeed, bro. Up and unders, bro, all game long.
Back
I
down,
love
put your
the
booty in.
2-second delay for
So
Royal to
let's get a
respond to
final
us all.
score. Final score. I don't want to do final score. We're gonna do win-loss. So, Jonathan,
Yeah,
do Heat
we
win tomorrow? Okay, Michael, we win tomorrow.
Nah, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Kick this man off the show, Manny. Thank you. Taco, we win tomorrow. You know it's at stake here.
Yeah, and I think it's more to do with what happened tonight.
Okay, I like that. I do believe that the Heat come back tomorrow. They play the game ferociously from tip. I think they come out. They bust the Celtics' ass, the shorthanded Celtics, and yeah, I think we pull out another dub tomorrow. Get our first back-to-back wins of the season, and I hope this kickstarts us. But I hope this game was a wake-up call for the team. Hope that it shows that we don't need to come out with a mentality like we're just going to win games. But
And don't get mad if Taco drops like 40.
exactly, Taco.
Not at me.
Huh?
Don't get mad at me.
Hey,
Yeah.
they'd love you in Boston, man. They would
No,
love you in Boston.
Oh,
don't
Hey,
say
there's a lot
that.
of players out
Absolutely.
with the COVID protocol. They can sign you to like a 10-day right now.
Yo,
yeah.
I got some film from back on that media day challenge. Don't get me.
Yo, they'll talk about Taco for 40 minutes on the broadcast.
And then he'll get a game-winning rebound to lay up for the
Oh
win.
man, you already know how I go. But yeah, so thanks to my man Taco, thanks to Mike, thanks to Jonathan Rumacon for joining me tonight. You guys have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the post-game show again. Peace.
See y'all.
What the fuck is that?